Welcome, fight fans, to UFC Fight Night Whittaker vs. De Ridder, live from the electric Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. This city has become a true home for the UFC, hosting some of the most memorable events in recent history. The main event features a massive middleweight clash between former champion Robert Whittaker and the formidable Reinier De Ridder. But before that, we have a pivotal middleweight bout: Shara Bullet Magomedov vs. Marc-Andre Barriault. It's a classic matchup, rising prospect versus gritty veteran, each with everything to prove. Will Shara Bullet's technical striking shine, or will Barriault's relentless pressure steal the show? Get ready. This fight could change the trajectory of both men's careers. Shara Magomedov, better known to fight fans as Shara Bullet, has exploded onto the UFC scene with a style that's as unpredictable as it is electrifying. Hailing from Dagestan, Shara brings a unique, creative Muay Thai-based striking approach that instantly sets him apart from the rest of the middleweight division. His background in traditional Muay Thai, fused with his own flair for the dramatic, means he's always looking for new ways to surprise his opponents and the audience alike. He's unpredictable, using his long reach and a wild arsenal of spinning kicks, elbows, and knees to keep his rivals constantly guessing. Shara's ability to mix up his attacks, switching stances and launching strikes from odd angles, makes him a nightmare to prepare for. Opponents never know if the next move will be a lightning-fast head kick or a sudden, unorthodox punch. His creativity inside the cage is matched only by his confidence. He fights with a swagger that shows he believes he belongs among the elite. Standing across from him is Marc-Andre Barriault, the Canadian powerhouse whose nickname, Power Bar, says it all. Barriault is a veteran of the sport, known for his relentless work ethic and his ability to push the pace from the opening bell to the final horn. He's earned a reputation as one of the toughest, most durable fighters in the division, never backing down from a challenge and always pressing forward. Barriault is a forward-marching brawler, famous for his iron chin and willingness to trade shots in the pocket. He thrives in gritty, close-quarters exchanges, where he can use his physicality and heart to wear down his opponents. No matter how hard he gets hit, Barriault keeps coming, turning every fight into a test of willpower and endurance. This is a true clash of styles. Shara, the sniper, wants a technical battle at range, where he can use his precision and creativity to pick Barriault apart from a distance. He'll look to control the tempo, keep the fight on the outside, and land clean highlight reel strikes that showcase his striking genius. Barriault, the bulldozer, wants a gritty war in close quarters. He'll try to close the distance, drag Shara into the trenches, and test whether the Dagestani striker can handle a dogfight. For Barriault, it's about making the fight ugly, breaking his opponent's rhythm, and proving that toughness and experience can overcome even the flashiest of styles. Both men have something to prove. Shara, that his hype is real, and he can rise to the occasion against a battle-tested veteran. Barriault, that experience, grit, and relentless pressure can overcome even the most dazzling new talent. The stakes are high, and neither man is willing to back down. This is the kind of matchup that defines careers, a collision of styles, personalities, and ambitions, where only one can emerge with their hand raised and their legacy elevated. Shara Magomedov, known to fans as Shara Bullet, burst onto the UFC scene with an aura of invincibility. Hailing from Dagestan, Russia, he quickly became a sensation, dazzling crowds with his electrifying spinning kicks, unpredictable striking angles, and a knockout power that left opponents and spectators alike in awe. Each time he stepped into the octagon, there was a sense of anticipation. What highlight reel moment would he deliver next? His undefeated record was more than just a statistic. It was a testament to his relentless drive, technical mastery, and the years of sacrifice that brought him to the world's biggest stage. Shara's rise was meteoric. He racked up win after win, dispatching opponents with a blend of precision and ferocity that made him look destined for a title shot. The MMA world buzzed with excitement, analysts and fans alike predicting he would soon challenge for UFC gold. But then, everything changed when he faced the unorthodox and equally dangerous Michael "Venom" Page. In a highly anticipated clash of creative strikers, Shara found himself in unfamiliar territory. The fight was a chess match of movement, feints, and explosive exchanges. For the first time in his professional career, Shara's offense was neutralized. After 3 grueling rounds, the judges rendered a decision. Shara had suffered his first professional loss. The sting of defeat was evident on his face, a mix of disbelief and frustration. Now, with a 15-1 record, Shara stands at a crossroads. The loss has forced him to confront his weaknesses and dig deeper than ever before. He's spent countless hours in the gym, refining his technique, sharpening his mental game, and pushing his body to new limits. The question looms large: can he bounce back stronger, or did that defeat expose flaws that could haunt him moving forward? Tonight, the stakes couldn't be higher. Shara must prove to himself, his fans, and the entire MMA world that his setback was just that, a temporary stumble, not the beginning of a downfall. The pressure is immense, but so is his determination. Every step toward the cage is a step toward redemption. A victory tonight would do more than just add another win to his record. It would re-establish his momentum, silence the doubters, and remind everyone why he was once considered unstoppable. The roar of the crowd, the adrenaline, the spotlight, this is where legends are made or broken. For Shara, this fight is about more than numbers or rankings. It's about pride, legacy, and the unyielding spirit of a true warrior. Redemption isn't given. It's earned, forged in the fire of adversity, and proven under the brightest lights. Standing across from him is Marc-Andre Barriault, a battle-tested veteran known for his grit and toughness. To win, Shara must show not just his trademark explosiveness, but also growth, adaptability, and resilience. Every exchange, every moment in the cage will be a test of his evolution as a fighter. The pressure is on. The world is watching. Tonight, Shara Magomedov must deliver the performance of his life and prove that true champions rise, even after they fall. Marc-Andre Barriault's UFC journey has been a test of perseverance. After a tough 3-fight losing streak, his career was on the line. But in his last fight, Barriault stunned everyone with a first-round knockout of Bruno Silva, reigniting his career. That win wasn't just a streak breaker, it was a statement. Now, instead of fighting for his job, he's fighting for a spot in the rankings. Facing the hyped Shara Magomedov, Barriault has a golden opportunity. A win tonight would be the biggest of his career, proving he's more than a gatekeeper. He's here to derail the hype train and show that grit and power can topple flash. For Barriault, this is about legacy. Tonight, we witness a classic confrontation in the world of mixed martial arts, the striker versus the brawler. This is a matchup that has defined countless legendary bouts, pitting two fundamentally different philosophies against each other inside the unforgiving cage. On one side, you have the artist, the technician, who relies on skill, timing, and finesse. On the other, the relentless force, the powerhouse, who seeks to overwhelm with sheer aggression and strength. Shara Magomedov is the embodiment of technical mastery, precise, creative, and unpredictable. He uses his reach and movement to keep opponents guessing, picking them apart with surgical strikes. Every kick, every punch is calculated, designed to exploit the smallest opening. His style is about control, dictating the pace, and forcing his opponent to play his game. Shara wants a chess match, not a brawl. He uses his lightning-fast footwork to glide around the cage, always staying just out of reach. His kicks are not just powerful, they're strategic, thrown from angles that are hard to read and even harder to defend. He's constantly analyzing, adapting, and looking for the perfect moment to strike. On the other side stands Marc-Andre Barriault, the embodiment of raw power and relentless pressure. Barriault's approach is simple but effective. Close the distance, cut off the cage, and turn the fight into a war of attrition. He's not interested in playing games. He wants to drag his opponent into deep waters and see who can survive. Barriault thrives in the clinch, where his physicality and strength become his greatest weapons. He presses his opponents against the fence, wearing them down with dirty boxing, knees, and relentless pressure. For him, every exchange is an opportunity to break his opponent's will, to sap their energy and impose his own pace. This is a true clash of styles. Shara's path is one of technical brilliance and calculated risk, while Barriault's is built on heart, grit, and unyielding aggression. Each man represents the pinnacle of his approach, and both are determined to prove that their way is the best. The big question tonight: can Shara keep the fight clean and technical, using his movement to stay out of danger? Or will Barriault succeed in dragging him into a dogfight, where chaos reigns and power can change everything in an instant? This is more than just a fight. It's a battle of philosophies, a test of whether precision can outlast power, or if relentless aggression will break through technical mastery. Both men are prepared to leave everything in the cage, and neither is willing to back down. From the opening bell, expect fireworks. Both fighters know what's at stake, and both will be looking to make a statement. Every second will matter, every exchange could be the turning point. This is what makes MMA so compelling, the unpredictable collision of styles, the drama, and the heart. Tonight, we find out which path leads to victory. For both fighters, this is a career-defining crossroads. Shara, coming off his first loss, must prove he's still an elite prospect. Another defeat could stall his rise and fuel the doubters. A win, especially over a tough veteran, puts him right back in the title conversation. For Barriault, the stakes are just as high. A loss could relegate him to gatekeeper status, but a win over Shara would be the biggest of his career. It would prove he's a legitimate contender, not just a tough test for prospects. Both men are fighting for respect, momentum, and a shot at the top. The outcome will shape their futures in the stacked middleweight division. Everything is on the line tonight. For Shara to win, discipline is key. He must control distance, using his footwork and long-range kicks to keep Barriault at bay. Leg kicks will be crucial to slow Barriault's forward pressure. Shara should avoid wild exchanges and focus on sniping from the outside. Staying off the fence is vital. Barriault is most dangerous in the clinch. If caught, Shara needs to break free quickly, not get drawn into a strength battle. Patience is his ally. He should chip away, frustrate Barriault, and look for openings as the fight progresses. The goal outstrike, outmaneuver, and avoid the brawl. If he sticks to the plan, a clear decision or late finish is within reach. For Barriault, the blueprint is pressure. Constant, suffocating pressure. He must close the distance, walk through Shara's strikes, and force the fight into close quarters. Cutting off the cage and trapping Shara against the fence is essential. In the clinch, Barriault can use his strength to wear Shara down and land damaging shots. Attacking the body will sap Shara's cardio and slow his movement. Barriault must stay defensively sound, using head movement and feints to create openings. He doesn't need to win a technical battle, just land the fight-changing punch. By making it a war of attrition, he can break Shara's rhythm and impose his will. One big shot could be all it takes for the upset. This middleweight clash is a must-watch. Prospect versus veteran, technique versus grit. Shara Magomedov looks to prove his loss was a fluke. Barriault wants the biggest win of his career. The styles couldn't be more different, making every second unpredictable. Watch for Shara's footwork and leg kicks, and Barriault's pressure and body shots. The battle for octagon control will decide the winner. Stakes are sky-high redemption for Shara, validation for Barriault. This is more than a fight. It's a story of resilience, ambition, and the unforgiving nature of MMA. One man will rise, the other will be forced to regroup. Don't blink. This could be the fight of the night. The stage is set. Let's see who seizes the moment.